Hi again, this is Charlene O'Hanlon, Managing Editor at DevOps.com. I am here at DevOps World, Jenkins World 2018, San Francisco, and I have Harris Kirk, who is with Walters Kluwer, and I think I may have messed that up, but
nope,
I can't.
You got it.
Okay, well then I get the gold star for the day. Thank you very much for joining me today, Harris.
You're welcome, glad to be here.
Can you start out by just telling me a little bit about your company?
Okay, so Walters Kluwer is an international company that provides information software and services to legal, tax, finance, and healthcare professionals to help them make better decisions. We're headquartered in the Netherlands.
Okay, so how long have you been doing DevOps, so to speak?
DevOps as a whole, I've been doing close to 10 years before it was called DevOps.
Oh, really?
But,
okay.
Right.
Great. So, I would imagine those particular industries that you're working with, your company is working with, each one has a particular set of parameters that you have to work within, and certain circumstances or certain ways that you need to work to be able to meet regulatory requirements and security and things of that nature. So
sure.
How do you make it all work if you're working with so many different verticals?
So I work in the healthcare division, and our job is to provide leading edge, state-of-the-art medical information to healthcare professionals like doctors and nurses. We provide trusted technology and clinical content to improve patient care and increase clinical effectiveness. So we have had a long history of isolating our content from our technology, so we're pretty good at keeping security the way it should be.
So the thing that comes to mind when I hear about, especially healthcare, is the EU's GDPR regulation that just came into effect in May, the General Data Protection Regulation.
I know of it.
Okay,
that's
all right.
probably
so,
about it.
Just the fact that there are so many different regulations that concerning privacy and security, and especially with patient care and healthcare. How much does that impact the process for you guys when you're going through just thinking about how much security you need to include and just the entire process from soup to nuts, if you will?
One of the approaches that we're looking into is to leverage container technology. Okay. And cloud providers that have a lot of those solutions baked into the process. So we're just beginning to look at that now. As so much of the world is moving toward containerization for specific functions, that's one of them that we would look at.
Okay, all right. And has security been a conversation starter, if you will, in your organization?
It has been in other areas of the DevOps space. My specific role has not been in that, but there are definitely conversations in that area for sure.
All right, yeah. I'm hearing so much from so many different organizations about how DevSecOps is really kind of leading the conversation these days, and it's
not getting enough attention.
Exactly.
I see that here in this conference.
Right. So how did your organization fall into or start implementing DevOps as a way of doing business?
Okay. When I came on board about 2 years ago, I was tasked with automating a lot of our Jenkins job creation processes that were manual. So I've started implementing a technique using Job DSL to automatically create them using software.
Okay.
So that's been an ongoing process over the last 2 years to include other people, include testing, and software to create them all. So it's been a wonderful challenge.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
I can imagine. So thinking then about the people who are working with you, specifically maybe newer employees versus more established employees, have you noticed a difference in either the way the newer employees or the older employees are embracing kind of the DevOps way of life?
Very much so. In fact, I work closely with a young intern, still in school actually, who is taking on this software that I initially wrote, and he's running with it. So the two of us together are embracing it very easily. He is a software developer by trade, and that's what he wants to do. So he can actually implement what used to be a manual process writing code. So he's all for it. He's quite happy to be
That's
involved.
great. That's really great to hear. Do you, I wonder if that has more to do with the fact that he doesn't really know any different. It's not like he's got to relearn how to do things. With some of the
right. That's true.
the more established employees, sometimes they're kind of set in their ways. So.
Yes, there's a lot of truth to that. It's a mindset change. It's a cultural change for sure. But then that's not unique to DevOps. That's part of technology in general.
Yeah. I think you're right. I think that's part of the workforce in general.
True. Yes. Our roles change. Our jobs change. More things get automated. Used to be that I would get pink slips when there was a phone message for me before there were voicemail. Right?
Well, so looking ahead then for your organization, are you seeing anything maybe coming down the road that is going to kind of further change the way your organization approaches?
It's pretty easy to see a couple of years down the road, machine learning and artificial intelligence are going to monitor and control a lot of what we are just experimenting with now. So yes, I very much see that. Even what I'm doing now is being automated.
It's kind of been interesting hearing so many people talk about artificial intelligence and machine learning just at this conference. And I know that we're right on the cusp of that happening, but when it really does hit the mainstream, how important do you think that technology is going to be to the whole DevOps process in general?
I think it's going to continue to be critical. I mean, it's going to automate what I'm doing and what other people are doing. We can't possibly, as a single human being, look at the amount of data that machines can look at and make intelligent decisions about it. We can't do that ourselves, where we have to rely on machines to do it. It's vital.
So it's going to be orders of magnitude greater than it is now.
It'll continue.
I really look forward to seeing that.
Yeah, it'll be part of an ongoing transition.
That's great. That's great. All right, great. Well, Harris, thank you so much for taking the time. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for the opportunity. Appreciate it. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Bye.